Guys, let's talk about ApeCoin today. Now, ApeCoin surprisingly has been very strong. Really, just in the last like 4 days to 6 days, basically, you can see that we've had a lot of green candles, and yesterday actually wasn't too bad if you zoom in. I mean, it's kind of a hammer candle, but it's a red hammer candle. But today we are getting a big push here. Now, I'm not sure why we are getting this push with ApeCoin. I have searched the Twitter and I went on their page, and since September 4th, basically, okay, they talk about Ape Chain and things like this, but I really can't find anything that would push this the way it's been pushing it. Now, ApeCoin is quite oversold, I would say. I could probably pull up the technicals and let's see. Let's look at the RSI, but I'm sure it's very oversold. And um, yeah, if we look at this on the daily now, okay, now on the daily it's not really oversold. I'm kind of surprised about that. If we look at the weekly, yeah, it's pretty far down there, guys. On the weekly, I mean, that's pretty low. But on the daily, not so much. Let me try the stochastic here just to take a look. It's coming up. I mean, it's kind of in the middle on the daily. If we look at the weekly, kind of in the middle too. So, okay, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but, not too oversold or anything. But if we look at the candles here, now we are almost at the point where we're going to get a bullish engulfing candle. Now, yesterday we had a bearish engulfing candle, which was bad, but today it looks like we're going to possibly have a bullish engulfing candle, like I said. So we will see, guys. No, sorry, this is the weekly. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I flipped between daily and weekly. So, okay, this is the weekly. Now, we could still get a bullish engulfing candle, and we have till tomorrow. So I should mention that on the weekly time frame. Now, let me go back to the daily. But yeah, the daily, I mean, it is breaking this resistance here at about 70 cents. So if we can hold 70 cents at least today, that would be good. We would get over this little hurdle, we can say. Now, the next resistance will be up here at about 86.5 cents. After that, you have about $1. I did add this to the chart right before this video because I went back in the history and looked at it. Now, this is all daily time frame resistances, so this is not going to be as strong as, say, a weekly time frame resistance. And then after that, guys, probably you're going to have to deal with this trend line, or we're going to have to deal with it, not just you. But I think this trend line will come first before this $1.12. So we will see. It's kind of far in advance right now, but the way ApeCoin is pumping, yeah, I mean, we could get there relatively shortly. So, anyways, if we take out 70 cents today, it would be nice to also take out this high here as well. I should mention that before we get to 86.5 cents, we do have to start taking out these, these areas that, kind of stopped us before. So if we get above, about 75 cents, 76 cents or so, that would be a good sign. And then, like I said, this 86.5 cents will come into play, and that will take out much of the range that we've been trading in for a while here, at least a couple of months or so. Anyways, guys, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, as you can see, I have added a couple of more supports and resistances here. So I have added this support here right now. It's at 52.2, and I have added this, which is resistance at the moment at about 54.4. We are trying to get above that today, and I'm just not sure. Whoops, I added another line, didn't want to do that. I'm just not sure that we're going to be able to push above this today. It is a weekend, and typically, you shouldn't pump on the weekend. Everybody talks about CME gaps. We don't want to really create those. Now, I'm not a huge believer in CME gaps and things, but they do tend to get filled at least, like 95% of the time. So anyways, probably the best thing to do is to kind of cool off, because we had a couple of days where we just massively dumped. Actually, the last 4 days, we've had 3 dumpy days. I think it will be a day that we should just cool off, come back Monday. Now, Monday, we need to talk about what's going on. So Monday, you start to see CPI and PPI from China, also about their imports and things. We do have New York Fed one-year consumer inflation expectations, consumer credit, and Atlanta Fed GPD. Now, I don't think that's going to be anything too important, but Chinese, CPI and PPI could be important Monday. Tuesday, there isn't too much really. That's kind of I would say the down day for the week. So that's a day we can kind of rest maybe, hopefully. But Wednesday, CPI does come out in America, and that will be very important. Thursday, we do have core PPI, we do have jobless claims, we do have just regular PPI here, month over month, and all of this will be very important on Thursday. And Friday, we do have Michigan numbers, but it's kind of a relatively calm day, I can say. I don't think export import price will be anything big for us, but Michigan consumer numbers, inflation numbers and things also it can be important. So yeah, guys, be looking for that this week. Now I want to talk about fear and greed. There is a lot of fear still in the market. I can tell you, I'm not fearing anything right now, and I think we're still okay. I believe we have about a year left in this bull run, and this is probably the last real scare before we start to really push up. Now, I think much of the pump is going to come when we start to cut these interest rates. As you can see, now it's kind of a big shift here. Where 70% believe that we're going to have a quarter point cut only. 30% believe we're still going to get a half point cut in September. Now, like I've always said, I think it's going to be quarter for September, quarter for November, quarter for December. January, it's a bit far, but as you can see, they are kind of expecting, quite a bit of cut rates here. So we'll see, guys. I mean, I just don't want to speculate. I don't want to spend too much time on this video speculating. But like I said, I do believe September, November, and December, we're just going to have quarter point cuts. They're going to be slow a little bit. They may reevaluate everything in January and skip. And then March, you may see a bigger cut. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We may see a half point cut or even a 0.75 cut in March, if things aren't good. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much what I got for you on ApeCoin. Be looking for it to close above at least 70 cents. Now, if we get above about, 76, 77 cents, that would be even better if we can take out this little area and start to make higher, lows here. That would be nice. Now, we are making higher lows here, so you can see that this low is lower than this low, and this low is just slightly higher than the two previous lows. So, let's continue the movement upwards and the momentum. And let's hope for the best with ApeCoin, guys. I still believe in this project, and once they get their metaverse out, yeah, that'll be great. And if they can get ApeChain out, I know they were going to create their own chain. That would be even better too. So let's see, guys. If you like this video, though, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.